Tomorrow evening. Let's get a big round of applause as we bring our teams out and onto the dais. Let's meet our teams, starting with the team from Argentina. We'll begin with the captain, number 9, Ivan Martin Carbantes. Number 1, Hernan Mazzini. Number 2, Ramiro Velch. Number 3, Carlos Garnacio. Number 4, Andres Manuti. Number 5, Emmanuel Lopez. Number 6, Tomas Bogoroni. Number 7, Juan Pablo Montagna. Number 8, Esteban Corsi. Number 9, Andres Moroni. Number 11, Franco DeMarchi. Number 12, Herman Yanez. Number 13, Diego Monero. Argentina is coached by Manuel Alfonso, as well as Gabriel Munguzzi and team leader Diego Luna. And now, let's meet our team from Australia, starting with the captain, number 11, Reese Howden. Number 1, James Stanton. Number 2, Richie Campbell. Number 3, George Ford. Number 4, John O'Cotterill. Number 5, Nathan Power. Number 6, Jared Gilchrist. Number 7, Aiden Roach. Number 8, Lachlan Edwards. Number 9, Joel Swift. Number 10, Tyler Martin. 12, Billy Miller. Number 13, James Clark. Australia is coached by Elvis Fatovich, assisted by Chris Wybrow, Dejan Kontich, and team leader Paul Oberberg. Our officials from Brazil, we have Mr. Franca, and from China, Mr. Wang, and our FINA delegate from Kazakhstan, Mr. Balfambayez. May I please ask everyone now to please remove your caps and stand for the playing of our country's national anthem. All right, gentlemen, let's shake hands and cross your bench.
Quarterfinal match, Argentina and Australia. Let's meet the teams.
Cap number 1, James Stanton French, goalkeeper from Melbourne.
Number 2, Richie Campbell, utility, Newcastle, Australia.
Number 3, George Ford, centre-back, Perth.
Number 4, John O'Cotterill, utility, Sydney.
Number 5, Nathan Power, centre-back, Sydney.
And number 6, Jared Gilchrist, driver, Melbourne.
Number 7, Aiden Roach, driver, Sydney.
Number 8, Lachlan Edwards, centre forward, Melbourne, Australia.
Number 9, Joel Swift, centre forward from Fremantle.
Number 10, Tyler Martin, centre back, Sydney.
Number 11, Reese Howden, driver, Brisbane, Australia.
Number 12, Billy Miller, driver, Brisbane, Australia.
Number 13, James Clark, goalkeeper, Balmain, Sydney.
Head coach of Australia, Elvis Fatkic.
Number 1, Hernán Massini, goalkeeper, Buenos Aires.
Number 2, Ramiro Beich, center defense, from Buenos Aires.
Number 3, Ricardo Gimnasio, attacker, de Buenos Aires.
4, Andrés Monuti, defense, Santa Fe.
5, Emmanuel Lopez, defense, Rosario.
Number 6, Tomás Bulgeroni, defense, Rosario.
7, Juan Pablo Montané, attacker, Mendoza.
Number 8, Esteban Corsi, attacker, Rosario.
Number 9, Ivan Caravantes, attacked, Argentina.
Number 10, Andrés Maroni, attackers, Rosario.
Number 11, Franco De Marchi, attacker, Rosario.
Number 12, Germán Yáñez, position attack, from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Number 13, Diego Malnero, goalkeeper, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Head coach Argentina, Nahuel Alfonso.
And welcome back to Corona Del Mar High School. Our final quarterfinal match set to begin as Argentina will take on Australia. Along with Dean Quintal, Greg Meskel here with you poolside. Dean, the final match here of the day. Our semis have been set except for this match. This also will determine who Team USA will play going forward. And as you look at the records, you have to assume Australia the favorite here, but you've been watching the games all day. You know that the records haven't really mattered much.
Absolutely. We saw that with the China-Canada match. Canada was 3-0. China was 0-3. And they jumped out to a huge lead, and Canada fought back, and it was a one-goal game with China coming out on top. But, you know, stranger things have happened, but I would guess we'll see Australia prevail this evening.
Opening sprint is controlled by Team Australia in the green, Argentina in the white. As we got a good look at meeting both of those teams on our starting lineup introductions. And it turns over there, and Argentina will take it. And their keeper, Hernan Mazzini. Ordinary called as Argentina looks to get going on the offensive end.
See Australia content to be in a big drop.
Outside try there, and James Clark, who gets the start in goal for Australia, knocks that one down. Here's Richie Campbell handling. On the perimeter, a couple of fakes, nothing there. They swing it down near side. Cross cage delivery scored. Richie Campbell putting that one away. Beauty of a shot.
Very nice. He actually waited for the goalie to step over to his right and then just put it right back where the goalie had come from. Upper corner.
So a 1-0 lead here for Australia.
We get a second look at it here.
Nicely done, putting that one away. Here's Tomas Bulgaroni controlling an ordinary. Look at what Australia's doing here defensively, pushing Argentina way out from the goal. Their 2-meter man is trying to set up at 5 meters right now.
Yeah, and they're in a drop, so the shooters are a good 9 meters out, and I think James Clark will take a shot from there all day long.
Yeah, Clark able to take that one away. Here's Reese Howden. Ordinary, and then a shot from the outside. That one bangs off the post, and the rebound controlled by Argentina. They'll do a live-time sub here as Argentina goes to their bench. So they'll be down a man here as they get into the offensive end.
And pretty early to go to the bench with a lifetime sub. Only 2:15 into the contest now.
You see Emmanuel Lopez swim into the front court. Shot clock already down to 8. And they'll dump that one aside. As they move away from that possession, and Australia will take over. Argentina, Dean, obviously has their work cut out for them. You look at this team, what can they do to try and make this a game, make a go of it here against Australia?
I think, I would imagine their counterattack. Physically, they're not as big and as strong as the Australians, so they've got to get a counterattack going. And then in the front court, a motion offense. Australia's pressing them out, and they're just kind of sitting there. And so they need to get the offense going, drive through. Australia's pressing out, and then they're going back into a drop. And they're dropping 2 and 3 guys back on the center. So they need to drive that through and get a motion offense going.
Emmanuel Lopez was the excluded man. John O'Cotterill puts it away. So Australia already off to a strong start here. 2-0, 3 minutes gone by here.
See Australia subbing in 4 guys.
Getting their bench involved here. You'd expect Coach Elvis Fatovich to use his entire roster here tonight, except for maybe starting keeper James Stanton French.
Australia's got good front side defense down in 2 meters. Now we got a little motion going, Greg, from the Argentinians.
And they're going to draw themselves an exclusion.
Good things happen when you move. Forces the defense to have to actually play defense, and they get caught with their hands down like they did there.
Gilchrist, the excluded player. And now a power play here for Argentina. Let's see what they can make of it. Quick shot and a score. Ramiro Velch putting it away. So, Dean, as you said, you move around, some good things happen. You get on the power play, Argentina takes advantage.
Exactly, Greg. They started drive. They drove a guy all the way across from the one spot, kind of up high, and then they drove another guy down, and he started moving, and the defender grabbed onto him. It was an easy call for the officials.
A little over 4 minutes to play here in the in the first of the 4th game of the day. 2-1 lead for Australia. A couple of fakes from Campbell on the outside. Ordinary called. It'll be Billy Miller here taking a look with 5 on the shot clock. Entry pass inside. The bobble and the shot and the save by Mazzini. He gets enough on it to keep that one out of the cage.
Nice stop there by Mazzini. Did what every goaltender should do when the ball comes into 2 meters. Got his hands out of water in anticipation for a quick shot.
Velch controlling on the perimeter. Shot clock to 6 for Argentina. Outside attempt, and Clark will knock that one out of play. And Argentina will call for time. Coach Alfonso going to talk things over here with his squad with 3:23 to play in the first and a 2-1 game, and perhaps realizing here they get the knockout by Clark, going to get a new shot clock, a good opportunity here to maybe put something together on offense, try and tie this game up.
Yeah, a little over midway through the quarter, gives them a little chance to rest and talk a little strategy. Hopefully he tells them that, hey, what you did on the last possession worked, let's do it again.
The U.S. game complete. A lot of the crowd has made their way to the exits here. Of course, a big home crowd here for Team USA coming out for their matches. But good to see some folks still hanging around to check out Australia and Argentina.
We've got a little motion out of Argentina. Opened things up at 2 meters for a second there, but they weren't able to get the pass in there quick enough.
3:15 to play here in the first. Argentina out of the timeout. Beautiful attempt on the redirect there. But Clark there with the save. Trying for the tip over the head was Andres Moroni. Would have been a beautiful goal had he completed it. On the other end now on the counterattack. That one off of the post on the try by Nathan Power as he was in transition.
Yeah, good idea by Moroni to tip that. He wasn't going to have much room to do a whole lot with it there. He's very close to the goal, so trying to catch the goalie off guard with a little tip. He got lucky. He was beat down the pool there, and on the last shot, lucky it didn't go.
Shot clock winding down here for Argentina, and they'll toss that one aside. Could have been an entry pass, but also looked to just be a partial dump, and Clark will come up with it. On the other end, Campbell, and that one is saved by Mazzini. So Argentina hanging in here through this first quarter, now a long outlet.
Now they're going to sub 2 guys on the fly.
So when they do this, really makes their offensive possessions a struggle when you're going 2 players down of your own choosing. But
yeah, we're going to have just about 10 seconds as they get up to the front court offense.
Seems to be what a conditioning thing here. I'm trying to just keep bodies fresh as they fire from the outside because there hasn't been that many injuries here to send folks off to the side.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine them being tired so quickly, though. So, maybe they are not in that great a shape. Haven't seen them sub like that as much as they are doing this evening.
Minute 29. Nice pass over the top. Looking to get Lachlan Edwards involved, but it was knocked away. Just a little bit beyond his reach. And taken back by Argentina with a minute 18 to play here in the first quarter. A 2-1 lead for Australia. Bad pass there. Ordinary called. Argentina will track it down.
Yeah, that really needs to be in the offensive player's hand so he can make the entry pass into 2 meters as the 2 meter as the offensive player was set up on that side.
Save there from Clark as the shot clock was winding down. We're under a minute to play here. And that a bad pass from Australia. James Clark with 5 saves so far for Australia. .34 seconds left here in the first. And Argentina subs again. As now Juan Pablo Montana enters the offensive end.
It's like their 4th or 5th sub this quarter on the fly.
Shot attempt there, and Clark knocks it down. And maybe that's a strategy here from Coach Alfonso as a timeout is called by Australia with 13 seconds left, or now 12 seconds. But trying to just keep everyone fresh. We may forfeit some possessions, but we're always going to have fresh bodies out there.
Possibly, but they're not doing anything with it. They're not being, if you want fresh bodies, you want those guys to be out there swimming hard. I'm not seeing anything on the counterattack. Offensively, you get a little motion, but then, as you said, you're giving up a possession, so you're not going to have any motion as you're subbing. So maybe we'll see how things play out as the game progresses.
Yeah, see if this is a pattern that keeps up come the second period. 2-1 lead here for Australia. Goals from Richie Campbell and John O'Cotterill. Ramiro Velch countered with the only goal for Argentina. One last chance coming here in the first for Australia with 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Clark will put it in play. No shot clock here for Australia. Here's Campbell. Looking inside, backhand right off the head of Mazzini. The rebound chased down into the corner. Down to 2 seconds, 1, and they're not going to get a shot off. Good job by the Argentina defense to hold as we come to the end of 1. Australia 2, Argentina 1. We're back after this on USA Water Polo TV. Second quarter underway, and the opening sprint controlled by Australia. Some nice defense here out of Argentina. Kept this a one-goal game for 8 minutes.
Yeah, kind of surprising, but nice stop by Mazzini.
Again.
That's his 5th save of the contest. On the point blank shot from Lachlan Edwards.
Now Argentina looking to counter, and they'll draw an exclusion. This will send Gilchrist out. That's his second. Power play. Shot try there. Big save by Clark. As that was Yanez trying to connect. He's been the high scorer for Argentina. On the other end, Australia doesn't miss there. Aiden Roach connecting on the counterattack. Australia goes in front 3-1. 1 minute gone by here, second quarter.
Very nice long cross pass by Richie Campbell, about 3/4 length of the pool to the sprinting Aiden Roach.
And a good look there at Roach. And now you see it.
He just made a couple fakes, got Mazzini up and then down, and had a clear look at the goal to put that one home.
And Argentina did the job on defense in the first quarter, but still struggling to kind of generate some goals. Shot attempt there, and a save by Clark.
Nice, easy two-hand save by Clark.
On the other end, Australia with the attempt. That one bangs off the bar. That was on the try by Roach. Rebound controlled by Australia. Only have about half their team on the offensive end. Guys kind of caught in limbo here.
Yeah, that thing rebounded out to about 5 meters, and Yanez swam straight by it as he was looking to go on the counterattack.
Well, that's an easy exclusion call, as Joel Swift was wrapped up by Bulgaroni. He'll head out, and a power play here for Australia with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Look inside, knocked down, around the horn, quick shot, and a couple of bobbled passes, but a result in a goal for Australia, and Aiden Roach has 2 thus far for a 4-1 advantage.
Nice shot there by Roach. You get a look, just a pass over the top, knocked away, and then over to Roach at the one spot. He just caught it, shot it, and beat the goalie Mazzini.
Just quick action there by Australia, taking a bobbled pass and still salvaging it.
Yeah, good heads up to knock it back out by the two-post player who fumbled it. Now we see Australia go back into their drop, 3-man drop.
Shot attempt there, and it's field blocked out of play. And Clark will control now. Dangerous pass out to the middle of the pool, almost stolen away by Yanez. But here comes Australia now on the attack. Good look, bar down, but a save. Mazzini, Power now twice has had shots that he thought were going to find the back of the net, bounce off the bar, and Mazzini been able to clear him out. And again, Argentina will go to the bench. And there'll be a man down here as they get into the front court.
Yeah, Australia just trying to cut it a little too close. They don't need, they've got a lot of room to shoot that, and just trying to get a bar down on it.
Big battle down at 2 meters. Outside try is stopped as Carbantes was getting tangled up with Billy Miller. But Clark with the save. 4:42 to play in the first half. Outside attempt. And that's field blocked on the try by Power.
Power's got to be getting a little frustrated here after, I think, 3 shots in a row. And 2 turned away by the cage and 1 by a field player. We see Australia in a big drop now come out and press the ball.
And that drop can tend to let Argentina fire from distance, and they haven't found the back of the net, and now this leads to a long counterattack. Goalie out. No call there somehow. Seemed like an obvious one, but it'll come down the other end for Argentina. And then subbing out will be DeMarchi. And Coach Fatovich giving the official an earful after that one.
Again, 10 seconds on the shot clock when somebody finally gets up to the front court.
Corsi,
not running really front court.
The man that subbed in, and they'll dump that one aside.
So it seems like about every third possession, our team.
I was just going to think it's like
gonna
cracking a code here. Dean's figured it out.
Yeah.
So every third it looks like.
Something like that. We'll pay a little more attention here and see if that holds true.
Pass into the middle, and that'll be an exclusion as Lopez just tries to launch Lachlan Edwards out of the way. That'll be the second on Lopez, and a power play here for Australia.
Lopez must be a pretty strong man because Lachlan Edwards is not a small human being whatsoever.
And he gave him a pretty good shove down there.
Yeah.
Couple of fakes on the perimeter. Around they go. Good look here, and put it away. Jono Cotterill connecting for his second. Popped up, caught him on the right hand, and he is able to deliver for a 5-1 Australia lead with 2:39 to play in the first half.
Yeah, pass into Jono. He had plenty of time, was up big on his legs as we get a second look here. Wound up, just put it home. Good job by Australia moving the ball. They had the ball over at the 1 position, crossed it all the way over to 6 for the pass into Jono, making the defense move, and they got lost on Jono, so he had plenty of time all by himself to get up and put that home.
.224 to play, first half. Outside try, and that one is knocked down, saved by Clark.
Clark with his 10th save of the match already, not even at halftime.
And now here on the counterattack, Clark has faced a ton of outside shots. Here's going to be a look for Edwards. He'll give it down to Cotterill. So Jono Cotterill back-to-back scores. Edwards had a look, but Dean went from a good look to a great look, found Cotterill.
Yeah, Lachlan was out at about 5 meters, center cage, had a good look at it, but then Cotterill went backdoor on his man. He's sitting right on the 2-meter line, and a nice pass from Lachlan Edwards over the top of the defender to Jono, and he would put that home easily.
Now 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, 6-1. Was a close first quarter, 2-1 Australia. It's been all Aussies since then, scoring 4 unanswered here in the second. Ordinary called, and then an exclusion. This will go against Australia and Jared Gilchrist. And that'll be all for Gilchrist, so he fouls out here in just the second quarter. And then a timeout called by Argentina.
Yeah, interference call. There was an ordinary foul, and, you know, tough to say whether he actually interfered, but the offensive player at least made it look like it was interference, and that's all you need to get a kick out there.
No, he certainly did a good job giving the appearance that he was being interfered with, whether or not that was his own doing.
Yeah, I think it was his own doing. I'm pretty sure Gilchrist isn't going to hold the guy in that situation. And his head was above water, so he knew he made the foul.
here at Corona Del Mar High School, Newport Beach, California, FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament. Thanks for watching here on USA Water Polo TV, youtube.com/USAWP. A whole host of great videos on our YouTube channel, in addition to all of these matches archived after the game, so you can watch them live, watch them on demand, free of charge, and then a whole bunch of other great content from USA Water Polo TV. 6-1 lead for Australia, but Argentina out of the timeout on the power play. Here's a clean look, and that one trickles past Clark, score the power play goal for Carbantes.
Very unfortunate there, Greg. Shot the center defender that was forward, had a big hand on it. I think it was probably going wide of the cage. Hit it, and it just went right under Clark's arm as we get a look here.
And Ford, you see him immediately throw his hands up like, what did I do?
Yeah, that was maybe going to hit the post or go wide, and it just went right underneath Clark's arm in the center of the cage.
On the other end, Australia looking to respond, and they'll draw an exclusion. Someone's got to leave here for Argentina. And finally,
it looks like it's Corsi.
Yep, Esteban Corsi going out, his first. And a power play coming here now for Australia. Campbell loses the handle. Side's coming even now. On the redirect there, Edwards stuffed by Mazzini.
Big shot block by Mazzini there from a shot from the 3-post at 2 meters.
30 seconds to play here in the first half. 6-2, Australia in front. Argentina looking to battle back. Scored recently to snap a 4-goal run here from the Aussies. Here's a look backdoor and cross cage. So 2 in a row for Argentina. This one comes from Yanez.
That was a pretty impressive shot by Yanez. He was down at the 2-meter line, probably a good 6 meters outside the cage. Very bad angle. I think Clark anticipated him shooting near side, and he just put it cross cage.
Yeah, that had to pretty much go post and in. That's exactly what he did.
Exactly.
High degree of difficulty, but Argentina will take it as they cut this deficit down to 3 with just 16 seconds left. Shot clock is off as Australia gets one final possession. Down to 6 seconds now. And then a takeaway, but Argentina's going to run out of time here. So a steal to end it, a couple of goals as well, and Argentina cuts it to a 6-3 game. Australia in front. We'll take a timeout and return with the third quarter right here on USA Water Polo TV.
Water polo. Polo.
I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
And we're back here, third quarter underway. Australia leading Kazakhstan. Excuse me, I'm mixing up these teams, Dean, because I've seen 70 games in the last 3 days. This is Australia leading Argentina 6-3, and a berth to the FINA World League Super Final is on the line. And Argentina's hanging in. They have not folded up the tents. They have a strange strategy here with their subbing, but they're still in this game, only down 3.
Yeah, they. You know, that substitution on the fly seems to be working for them. And we see Australia mishandle the ball there on the 6-on-5 opportunity, and Argentina has switched out their goaltenders, and in the goal now is number 13, Diego Monero.
So we see Monero come on. That was Bulgaroni excluded.
It's Bulgaroni's second exclusion of the match.
So, Dean, will you be bringing back these substitution patterns to the ODP folks?
I don't think so. I'd like to see them see our kids in better shape. They don't trust me with strategy anyways, Greg.
See what Australia has here on the offensive end. From the outside, and that one's off the post. Malnero may have got a piece of it as well, as Richie Campbell was trying to connect.
2 possessions in a row that Argentina has stopped Australia. Get another opportunity at the offensive end, maybe pull within 2.
Here's Argentina on the attack.
And again, Australia in a big drop, 2-man drop, last second trying to get the ball in the 2 meters and just knocked away.
And Campbell able to bat that one away. So here comes Australia now on the attack. Under 6 to play here in the third quarter. Good look inside, an easy put away there. Joel Swift connecting. Right in front, they got it to him.
Nice pass there from number 11, Reese Howden. I don't think the center defender was paying attention to his man, and he was just able to catch it and just kind of roll out on his back and put it on the opposite side of the goal from where the goalie was. Goalie was on the near post, and he couldn't quite get there quick enough.
Swift connects, and then he'll sub out. So Australia in control here, 7-3, looking to lock up a qualification to the FINA World League Super Final and also a spot in tomorrow's semifinals, taking on Team USA. Right now scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Argentina looking to pull the upset here.
And you see their offense is just pressed way high. Wow.
Lob shot and a beauty from Carbantes from the outside. Sails that one over the head of the goalkeeper, Clark. And Argentina pulls within 3 at 7-4.
I know I was surprised by that, Greg, but Carbantes was about 8-9 meters out, and not a true lob, but just kind of an off-speed shot with just kind of a little looper, and Clark was just a little too far out of the cage. He was set up ready for the hard shot, and really hard to adjust at that point if you're expecting the hard shot and you throw something off-speed like that.
Entry pass inside, 3 Whitecaps around, but an exclusion called against Argentina. That'll go against Emmanuel Lopez, and that'll be all for Lopez. He's done for the day. And a power play now here for Australia. Nice save there by Mazzini, and they kill off, now Malnero, who's come on, and they kill off the power play.
Very fortunate there, but a good save by Malnero.
Argentina back on the attack. Couple of fakes. Outside try, and this one center cage. Clark able to knock it down with 4:18 to play in the third. Four minutes to play. 7-4 lead for Australia. We're here in the third. Great look. Beautiful save, Malnero. That was a nice look to Campbell, who dove towards the cage.
Yeah, we saw Campbell. He just drove down to the 2-meter line. Nobody on him. Defender didn't go with him. Had a nice, easy look at it. But Malnero came up with a big save from point blank. Nothing doing here for Argentina on offense. They've got everybody up high. No balance. They're just going to dump the ball.
This was one of those sub-possessions, so they were already down a man when they got on offense.
I lost track of that. I was supposed to be keeping track
you had
of
one job, Dean.
how many possessions they were doing this sub-routine. So we'll try and keep track of it again here as we get a timeout from Argentina.
They'll call for time with 3:17 remaining. I don't know if it's going to be enough to have them win this game, but that strategy is oddly keeping them afloat in this contest.
Absolutely. It's only a 3-goal game, which is really surprising. You know, Australia's missed a couple of easy looks, and Argentina was fortunate on that last goal from about 9 meters on the off-speed shot. So, you know, Argentina might just keep going with it. It's working.
Semifinals coming up tomorrow in both the 1st through 4th place, and those are the teams that will have qualified for the Super Final, and then the 5th through 8th place brackets and matches that we know that are already set. Japan takes on Canada. What do you make of that matchup? The speedy Japan team against the Canada team that's got to be just totally distraught over losing today.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. You know, Canada had been playing real well. You know, I was speaking with one of the USA coaches after, and as the game was going, he said he called it that Canada was going to be a little flat. He felt that they were, you know, spent all they had after they beat Team USA in Game 1. And, you know, with China being 0-3, you know, people around were going, what's going on with this game? They're really surprised. So I think Japan gives them a game. And they're without Canada's without one of their top players. So, you know, he didn't play in this last game. Got poked in the eye.
Justin Boyd.
Justin Boyd got poked in the eye yesterday and didn't play in the game today. So hopefully he's okay. And
there's a goal from Argentina. Yanez connecting on his second of the night on the power play, and it's a 2-goal game at 7-5 with 2:48 to go in the third.
Nice catch and shoot by Yanez, and he just kind of whipped that sidearm. He was straight up top, about 7 meters out, and it didn't look like Clark was expecting that as we get another look here.
Fires that one to the left corner, puts it away, and just that fast 2-goal game. And then our one semifinal set, Brazil and China. And China, of course, the surprise winner today, taking on Brazil, which had a strong victory. They had to do all they could to take down Japan. They had their hands full on that one earlier today. So that should be a nice matchup, especially if China can continue what they built on today.
Yeah, Greg, and we could have the possibility of China winning this tournament and going 3-3. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, that would be be quite amazing. Just show you really that group play. It doesn't have that much bearing as long as you can flip a switch there when it comes the money time. Here's Australia with 2:30 to play in the third, up 7-5. Spinning inside and scoring. They go back to Joel Swift. He's got 2. Wheeling inside, shedding defenders, and burying that one into the back of the net.
Big, strong power move by Swift. Got his hand on the ball, totally submerged, everything but his hand and the ball, and he turned inside and fired that thing. I don't know that Molnaro had his hands up. As I've talked about many times, when the ball enters 2 meters, the goaltender's got to get the hands up. And he did not. Had his body up, but his hands were deep in the water trying to support himself, and ball got right by him before he was able to get the hands up to make the block.
Entry inside for Argentina, and that one's knocked away. And Australia has gone to their bench, and they've brought in their starting keeper, James Stanton French. So James Clark goes to the bench, and Stanton French comes on. Skip shot try, and that one bangs off the post. And the rebound to Cotterill.
Much better there by Molnaro on the shot by Swift out of 2 meters. Now we're going to get 2 more subs from Argentina. And again, I think that was the third possession. So it looks like it's every third possession that Argentina is making the substitution on the fly.
We've got it down to a science now. 1:10 to play here in the third. And an 8-5 lead for Australia. And on these sub possessions, they're just pretty much lost causes. And a timeout called here by Australia with 1:01 to play in the third. Australia just recently making a change in net, going to James Stanton French. He's been the starter in the majority of their games this week.
A little surprising, though, I think, Greg. I think, you know, Clark was playing well. He had 12 saves. You know, gave up 5 goals, and none of the goals were bad goals. And you know, that last one he was a little slow on, but you know, I thought he was playing a pretty good game.
Coach Fatovich deciding to get Stanton French back out there. And yeah, to your point, he had some good numbers, but feeling like it was time to make a switch.
And they'd been split. I think they've been alternating games. Stanton French game 1, Clark game 2, back to Stanton French in game 3, and then Clark started game 4 here for him.
Under a minute to play here in the third. Here's Australia ahead by 3, looking for more. 14 on the shot clock.
We're seeing Argentina being very active on defense and pressing and moving and helping.
And perhaps a little too active. Exclusion there. Goes against Franco DeMarchi. Power play now for Australia. 30 seconds left here, third quarter. And an exclusion called. This will go against Argentina and Bulgaroni.
And that's his third of the match. He's done for the contest.
And score the goal on the power play for Cotterill. He's got 4 with 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, very difficult to cover that much water when you've only got 4 guys out there. Australia dropped 1 man, made it a 5-on-4, but still, they were spread out. As we get another look at the goal here, Cotterill, about 5 meters, just wound up, gave it 1 fake, shot it over the goalie's head.
About out of time here in the third. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Australia in the lead, 9-5. And we'll take a timeout and return with the start of the fourth right here on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Tear. Get made.
Fourth quarter underway. Don't forget to join the social media conversation here. Use the hashtag FINACDM. We're featuring some of the best tweets throughout the week right here on the broadcast. Fourth quarter underway. Australia 8 minutes away from a berth in the semifinals and a trip to the FINA World League Super Final. They lead Argentina 9-5.
See Argentina in a full press.
Looking inside, quick turn and a score. Swift has a hat trick. So Joel Swift buries that one, and he makes it a 10-5 game for Australia.
Kind of tough there for Argentina. They were in a press, and when you're in a press, you got to be fronted, and they weren't fronted, and that just left the 2-meter position wide open for an easy entry pass. And I think Swift is just too big and strong for any Argentinian defender to not let him get a shot off.
Yeah, he's been super powerful in most of the games this week. There's an outside try, and that one is saved out by Stan French. But Swift drawing exclusions, scoring goals. Just a difficult person to deal with for Argentina.
And you see Velch sitting directly behind the offensive center for Australia.
Here's Billy Miller. Gets it back from Cotterill, goes off the bar, long rebound controlled by Howden. And Australia can regroup. Howden takes a look. Entry inside and taken away. Trying to set up Edwards. It's knocked away. Argentina will go to the bench. Going to bring in 2 here, so not much expected out of this offensive possession here with 6:33 to play.
Looked like Edwards went out to reach for the ball and just missed it, and then the defender came back and got it.
Outside attempt there from Velch. And that one is stopped by Stanton French.
Easy save for Stanton French on the shot from about 11 meters. It looked like Velch tried to throw a little curveball and didn't get a whole lot on it.
Under 6 to play here in the 4th. Nice tip away there from Malnero. And the ball will come back to Argentina.
Nobody at center for Argentina. So Australia's just going to press out around the perimeter.
Outside try, and that one is knocked down. And a field block and a timeout. Australia will call for time with 5:17 to go here in the 4th. A 10-5 lead for Australia. Good time to remind you that coming up next weekend, April 11, 12, we'll have the USA Water Polo National League Championship up at Acalanes High School in Lafayette, California. 7 club teams. Well, 7 teams, 3 USA teams, 4 club teams battling for the first National League crown. All games will be streamed live right here on USA Water Polo TV. Dean will be joining us up there for a call of the action, and should be some high-level water polo action to check out here, especially if you've been loving this right here this week. Keep it going. Next weekend, watch the National League.
Yeah, I caught weekend 3, and there were a lot of good games. You know, the top team so far has been the Olympic Club from San Francisco.
Yep.
1 loss on the record and a shootout to Nyack. Both of those teams I don't think were at full strength. I think we'll see next weekend they'll bring in, I think each team's able to put 25 players on their roster and then choose from that. And I think we'll see every team have their top players for that weekend. So should be a good, interesting weekend of high-level water polo here in the United States.
Especially if you're in Northern California and you aren't able to make it out to this event here in SoCal, a perfect chance for you to come out and see some great water polo there. A lot of these national team guys will be competing with clubs along with some of the best in the college game, and some names you know from previous Olympics. Past Olympians like Brandon Brooks, Merrill Moses have been competing, so should be a good time there. You can learn more at usawaterpolo.org/National League. Get all the schedules and everything else coming up for that event.
What's great about that league, Greg, is especially on the the USA red, white, and blue team, you see a lot of youngsters in the program.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see a lot of high school kids throughout each of those 3 teams.
Outside try there is off the post, and rosters too that are not just California centric. So you're seeing some kids from around the country, depending on what week it was. I know we've had Athletes from Washington, from Connecticut, from Florida, from Texas involved, so some good balance there. Getting some other athletes in the pipeline involved as there's a nice goal from Reese Howden. Celebrated her birthday yesterday, comes back here with a goal on the skip. And Australia ahead 11-5 in control here, appearing to be on their way to a victory and a date with Team USA tomorrow night.
Yeah, you talk about kids from all over the country and all those different states you mentioned. It just shows how much water polo is growing. Very big in Texas, where they have a state championship. We don't even have a state championship here in California,
yeah,
Greg.
I know.
And they've got a state championship down there. So it's growing. I was able to go down there last year and work with U.S. Water Polo in the ODP program, and it's quite impressive, how many teams they have. And it just, I think that bodes well for water polo here in the United States with the growth throughout the country. As most everybody knows, it's been a California-centric sport.
Takeaway there by Australia. High school season is done in California as they wrapped up the winter season here in Southern California this past March. But around the rest of the country, a lot of the high school seasons right in the middle of things. You go out to areas like Illinois, and this is the heart of their high school season. So going to be some champions crowned coming up here pretty soon. Exclusion called here. And a clean look right in front. Easy put away for Lachlan Edwards. He's on the board. Exclusion there went against Ramiro Velch, who was not pleased with the call against him. Never actually took the time to swim out, just stood in there and talked to the official while the goal was scored.
Yeah, it happened so quickly. Didn't want to waste any energy swimming to the corner and back.
And you see that Edwards right there on the 2-meter line. Those timing plays making it work so you're not inside the 2-meter line without the ball. Came right in on a perfect touch. Other end now, an exclusion. And a timeout called by Argentina with 3:12 to play in the fourth. 12-5, Australia in front, in command of this one over Argentina.
Looks like that was George Ford, number 3, excluded for Australia.
So Ford goes out with his first. So looking at matchups for tomorrow, assuming this holds with Australia coming away a winner here, barring something completely unforeseen. We'll start things off tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. with Kazakhstan and this Argentina squad. Then you'll have Japan at Canada, Japan versus Canada, 5 p.m. And then we get into the semifinals, heading towards the medal round, 6:30 p.m. Should be a real good one. Team USA takes on Australia, this Australia team right here, again, assuming they win. And then we'll close it out at 8 p.m. with Brazil and China. And that will all lead to Championship Saturday. And that'll be an earlier schedule. So if you've been planning your days around these games and you know that we start at 3:30 and have our last game start at 8, well, it's going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday. And then 1:30 p.m. is the gold medal final. Join us for all the games right here on USA Water Polo TV.
Argentina starting out real wide, moving the ball around the perimeter.
Dropped pass there by Yanez. He'll go back and get it, but running out of time here. Just a 1 on the shot clock. He'll try the lob. That'll go over the goal and out of play. And it'll come back into Australia with 2:40 to go. Entry pass inside, and a takeaway. Nice steal there by Velch.
I think pass kind of tied up Edwards there. Kind of skipped right in, got too close. I think he was expecting it about arm's length away, and it just skipped right in, and Velch was just able to reach over the top and pull it away.
That pass gets away from Argentina. Australia will take it over. Another balanced attack here from this Australia squad as cruising in here is Howden. Nice save by Malnero, but the rebound controlled by Australia. 4 goals for John O'Cotterill, 3 for Joel Swift, 2 for Aiden Roach, Richie Campbell, Lachlan Edwards, Reese Howden, all adding a goal. Lots of balance here for Coach Elvis Fatovich's team. Outside attempt and score it and add some more balance. Billy Miller's on the board with his first goal of the evening and a 13-5 lead.
And you just talked about the balance, Greg. Seven different players scoring for Team Australia. The coach has got to be happy when he sees that. It means everybody's getting involved. Assists from everybody. Makes a team that much more dangerous when you can't just focus on 1 or 2 guys. Everybody out there is a threat.
For Argentina, Ivan Carbantes and Yanez with 2 goals each. And Argentina will have to deal with a physical Kazakhstan team tomorrow. Shot clock to 10 for Argentina. And the shot clock will expire as Yanez tosses it aside. Under a minute to play here in the 4th. 13-5 Australia.
And you look at the Aussies just still swimming hard down the pool. I think they were expecting to have the ball and get a good counterattack going, just not giving up. You would think with an 8-goal lead, they'll just take their time swimming down the pool, but no, they were going all out.
And I think like a lot of these teams too, Dean, you have guys that are making the roster here, as there's a nice save by Malnero, but they also want to let Coach know they want to be on all the rosters that are coming up here in the near future. So still this is a great opportunity to prove themselves. Going hard here, even this one is well decided.
Yeah, like most of these teams, like Team USA has about 18, 20 players in the pipeline, which they just choose from for any given tournament. I'm sure Australia is the same way.
Entry inside and an exclusion. And that will go against Velch.
He looked a little tired there, was hanging on his man.
He's going to do a casual backstroke out of the pool. And in the meantime, it's a goal for Nathan Power, who was due. Power had a bunch of shots that just barred out, so this one finds the net with 7 seconds left. And Australia goes up 14-5.
And that's 8 players scoring for Team Australia now. They just keep getting more and more balanced.
7 seconds left. Final moments in this one. Argentina will just hold the ball, and Yanez will let time expire. And that's the final. Australia takes it 14-5 behind that balanced scoring attack we talked about. John O'Cotterill leads the way with 4 goals. James Clark, James Stanton French do the job in net. And this sets up tomorrow's semifinal round. Kazakhstan, Argentina, Japan, Canada in the 5th through 8th place bracket. And then the qualifiers for the superfinal, USA, Australia, Brazil, and China. All the action begins right back here on USA Water Polo TV at 3:30 p.m. And going to be an exciting day of action, Dean.
Yeah, it should be. Really looking forward to the Australia-USA game. Team USA looked real good tonight. They had John Mann back, who sat out with some illness yesterday and had 3 big goals. Looked really strong down at 2 meters. Team USA had the counterattack going, which was good to see. And then Australia tonight, they looked strong as we expected. So looking for a good matchup in that semifinal.
And the versatile Dean Quintal will slide over to public address tomorrow. Thanks for joining us here on the broadcast these couple of days.
It's been fantastic. Thank you for having me, and look forward to doing it again with you next week at the National League.
Excellent. Looking forward to the National League. So the final in this one, it is all Australia, 14-5, as they take this one over Argentina. We'll be back here tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. for our first match of the day. Team USA in action at 6:30 p.m. That is going to do it for us today. For Dean Quintal, John Abdu, Steve Carrera, our entire crew, Greg Meskel signing off here from CDM. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.